And Germany, as a country, as a whole, is less than 0.5% of the CO2 output.
Not only that, which you're obviously irrational about, but not only is Germany like less than 1% of CO2 output every year, humans as a whole, only 3% of the CO2. That's what I mean, is if we kill all human activity and just wipe out the humans, all of us, 3% reduction in total CO2. So that means the Germans are 0.02 of 0.03. I mean, that's so tiny of a percent. It won't matter. And then, let's take it even a little more mathematically absurd. How much carbon is in air as a percent?
It's actually kind of large, I think, isn't it?
Well, what do you think? How much carbon or CO2 is in the air? Just the air. What do you think?
20?
You know, most people think that, but you're wrong. It's like much lower.
It is lower, right?
0.03%. So that means if you kill all humans, you reduce carbon by 3%. You kill all Germans would then be all that, but still, 0.02, 0.03, and then 0.002 is the air. So if we double the CO2, it goes to 0.04. I mean, it's so absurd. It's only a fraction of a fraction of a fraction. It's so absurd. A couple weeks ago, somebody asked about global warming. I mean, I guess we talked about it, had a little discussion. And they asked my opinion, and I told them some things about it. But I asked them back, do you want the viewpoint of a earthworm, a four-legged creature, or a bird? Because you see the world differently. Okay?
Sure.
Well, they said a bird. And I'm like, well, an eagle view from the topmost view is we are not bigger than nature. We can't destroy nature. Nature will reduce our population before it gets into too much trouble because nature. So obviously, our behavior could somehow destroy is absurd to begin with. It's self-contradictory. Okay, so that's like the big picture right away. We're not that powerful. Get over it. Nature's way bigger. But then I said, okay, bird. But I was being a smart ass, and what I told him is, okay, I'll tell you from a penguin perspective then for a bird. And they tell us, the global warming folks say that the Antarctic will melt, or it's melting, the ice sheets. I'm like, do you know how cold it is down there? It's like...
I know in the Antarctic they've had temperatures like 90 or 70 degrees in Fahrenheit below zero.
Below zero. I think the average temperature even in summer is -50. -50 Celsius. Okay. -50. And the Antarctic is so massive it creates its own microclimate.
That's why it's actually considered a desert.
Yeah, okay. It's nice, but who knows what's underneath that ice? We'll find out in 2 million years when it melts. But point is that, you know, how high would temperatures have to rise in the world for the Antarctic to begin melting process? 50 degrees? It would have to raise above zero. Or 30 at least. I mean, it would have to be like Death Valley everywhere and more. And it's so absurd, you know? So absurd. Everybody knows now that, you know, if a volcano goes off, it creates carbon for like all human activity for a year. I think 90% of carbon is produced by the oxygen or the oceans. There's some kind of process with bacteria or little plankton, I don't know. But 90% is even oceans, and it has nothing to do with humans.